The chair across from him had been empty for 5 years, until two girls in pink whispered the words that would shatter his carefully constructed tomb. Pretend you're our father. The steam from Unchan's tea curled upward like a ghost refusing to leave. He sat motionless in the Grand Obsidian Hotel's tea room, a man carved from ice and expensive fabric. His Patek Philippe watch read 3:47 p.m. 5 years to the hour since his wife's heart stopped on an operating table, their daughter dying with her. The Mafia king's empire feared him. His enemies disappeared. His allies obeyed. But grief? Grief had conquered him completely. He stared at the empty chair across from him. Every year, same table, same tea, same suffocating silence. Across the city, Adora sprinted through the hotel's marble lobby, gripping her twin daughter's hands like lifelines. Her ancient car had died blocks away. They were 40 minutes late for the Princess tea service she'd saved 8 months to afford. Mom, breathe, 10-year-old Maya whispered. We're almost there, Mia added, her twin's mirror image. The concierge's eyes narrowed. Miss, the tea service requires... We have a reservation, Adora interrupted, breathless, showing her crumpled confirmation email. Her coat was frayed. Her shoes were resoled twice. But her daughters wore matching pink dresses she'd sewn herself. The concierge's lip curled. I'll need to verify. Verify fast, Adora said, her dignity hanging by a thread. Inside the tea room, Unchan lifted his cup. The porcelain was delicate, breakable, like everything he'd ever loved. Then he saw them, two identical girls in pink, scanning the room with the tactical precision of trained operatives. Their eyes locked onto him, and they moved. Have you ever met a stranger who changed everything? Drop a comment below. The twins appeared at his table like apparitions. Sir, Maya whispered urgently, hands flat on his tablecloth. We need you to pretend you're our father, right now. Yunchan's teacup paused midair. Excuse me? 20 minutes, Mia hissed, glancing toward a severe woman with a clipboard marching their direction. That lady's about to kick us out because we're unaccompanied minors. I am Korean, Yunchan said flatly. You are not. Maya's eye roll could have cut glass. We're adopted in this scenario. Work with us. Something cracked in his chest. These children had assessed him, the most dangerous man in the room, and decided he was safe. 20 minutes, he murmured. Sit. They scrambled into the empty chairs as the clipboard woman arrived. There you are, I told you, this service is for families only. Yunchan turned his head slowly. His gaze was a blade. The woman's voice died. Is there a problem? His tone could freeze blood. I wasn't aware they were with someone, sir. He turned to the twins. Maya, Mia, were you wandering? We were looking for you, Papa, they chorused, eyes wide with manufactured innocence. The woman retreated like she'd touched fire. The moment she disappeared, both twins exhaled. You're terrifying, Maya said admiringly. I like it. Yunchan felt something impossibly foreign, the edge of a smile. Then he heard the gasp. Adora stood frozen 3 feet away, staring at her daughters sitting with a stranger in a suit that cost more than her annual rent. Girls, she breathed. What did you do? Adora's hands trembled as she gripped her purse. I am so sorry, sir. They have active imaginations. We'll leave immediately. No, Yunchan said. The single word stopped her. He stood buttoning his jacket with deliberate grace. They were resourceful. I respect strategy. He gestured to the fourth chair. Join us. Absolutely not, Adora said quickly. You were clearly here alone, and this place is... She glanced at the menu's prices and paled. We can't impose. It's already paid for. A lie. The reservation is for 4. Another lie. Please, Mom. The twins whispered in unison. Adora's pride warred with her exhaustion. She saw his wedding ring, a simple platinum band that looked welded on. A married man. Safe, probably. Maybe kind. 10 minutes, she relented, sitting stiffly. Then we go. Yonchan signaled a waiter with 2 fingers. Champagne tea service, the children's selection. The waiter's eyes widened, recognizing him, but said nothing. Silence stretched. Adora studied the marble floors. Yunchan studied her, the frayed coat, the calloused hands, the fierce protectiveness radiating from her like heat. I'm Adora, she said finally. Yunchan. Your wife. Adora glanced at his ring. Is she joining? His jaw tightened. No. The twins, sensing tension, started chattering about the chandelier's crystal count. Adora shot them grateful looks. Unchan's phone buzzed. His lieutenant. Boss, the Southside deal needs your approval. He silenced it. For 20 minutes, the Empire could wait. The tea arrived on a 3-tiered stand. Tiny sandwiches, scones, pastries that belonged in museums. The twins attacked it with surgical precision. So, Maya said, mouth full of cucumber sandwich, why are you having tea alone? That's sad. Maya? Adora's face flushed, but Unchan answered. It's an anniversary. Of what? Mia asked. A loss. The table quieted. Adora's eyes softened. I'm sorry. He inclined his head. And your husband? Her laugh was bitter. Gone, left when the girls were 2. Said fatherhood wasn't his calling. Yunchan's eyes darkened. Then he was a coward. Adora blinked. That's exactly what he was. The twins watched them like spectators at a tennis match. Music started, a pianist playing a waltz. Around the room, fathers stood, extending hands to daughters. The father-daughter dance, a hotel tradition. The twins looked at each other, then at Yunchan. No, he said immediately. Please? Maya's eyes were weapons grade. I don't dance. You're wearing a 3-piece suit, Mia argued. You definitely know how. Adora hid her smile behind her teacup. Yunchan looked at these children who'd invaded his grief like tiny, fearless soldiers. His wife had wanted a daughter, would have loved teaching her to dance. He stood, extended his hand. One song, Maya squealed. On the dance floor, he led her through a flawless waltz, muscle memory from another lifetime. When Mia cut in, he didn't miss a step. Over their heads, his eyes found Adora's. She was crying, not sad tears, something else. After the dance, Yonchan walked them to the parking garage. The twins skipped ahead, still buzzing. Adora's car, a battered sedan held together by prayer, sat in the far corner. Thank you, she said quietly. Today was supposed to be special. I almost ruined it by being late. You didn't ruin anything, she studied him. Your wife, is she dead? 5 years today. The word was a stone. She was 8 months pregnant. Complications. I lost them both in the same hour. Adora's hand flew to her mouth. Oh, God. Aonchan, I'm so... Don't. His voice cracked. I come to that table every year. Sit alone, remember. He looked at the twins. Today, for the first time, I didn't feel like I was sitting in a tomb. Adora stepped closer. The twins. When they asked about your daughter earlier, she never got to exist, he whispered. I never got to dance with her. Until today. Maya, overhearing, ran back and hugged his leg fiercely. We can be your daughters, she said. Just for special days. Yunchan's hand trembled as it touched her hair. Adora watched this dangerous, beautiful man crumble for her children. My number, he said, handing her a card. Mate black, gold lettering. If you need anything, or if you just want to talk to someone who understands loss. She took it. Their fingers touched. Electricity. When grief meets hope, something powerful happens. What do you think happens next? Comment below. 3 weeks later, Adora called. My sink exploded, she said, laughing nervously. The plumber wants $800 I don't have, and I thought, maybe you know someone cheaper? Yunchan sent his personal contractor, charged her nothing. She called again 2 days later. You didn't have to do that. I wanted to. Silence. The twins ask about you, she admitted. They want to know when we see Papa again. His heart stopped. Do you want to see me again? Yes, she whispered. They started with coffee, then the aquarium, then Sunday breakfast where Unchan learned he was catastrophically bad at pancakes, and the twins mocked him mercilessly. His lieutenants noticed the boss smiling at his phone. 2 months in, at a quiet dinner while the twins were at a sleepover, Adora asked, What do you actually do, Unchan? He could have lied. I run an organization, some of it legal, much of it not. His eyes met hers. I've hurt people, killed people. I am not a good man. She should have run. Instead, she reached across the table. You're good to us. That's what matters. Adora, I see you, she said firmly. The whole you, and I'm not afraid. He kissed her for the first time in his car, rain drumming on the roof, and felt like a dead man learning to breathe. 3 months later, he whispered, I love you, while braiding Maya's hair. Adora, watching from the doorway, whispered it back. The brick came through Adora's window at 2 a.m., wrapped in a note. Leave the king or we bury you all. Adora stared at the glass glittering on her daughter's bedroom floor, her hands shaking violently. She called Unchan. He arrived in 12 minutes, armed men sweeping her building. Pack a bag, he ordered. You're coming to my penthouse. No. Her voice was steel. No, Yunchan, this... She gestured at the broken window, the fear in her daughter's eyes. This is what I was afraid of. You brought war to my children. I'll protect you. You are the danger, she shouted. I was stupid. So stupid to think we could fit into your world. We're not bulletproof. We're just us. Adora, please. We're done. Tears streamed. Stay away from us. I mean it. He didn't fight, didn't argue, because she was right. He was poison. The twins screamed for him as he left. Maya's Papa, don't go, shattered him. But he kept walking. At his penthouse, he opened the drawer containing his gun, stared at it for an hour. Then he locked it away. If he couldn't have them, he'd at least stay alive, in case they ever needed him. Adora cried for 3 days straight. The twins stopped speaking to her. Silence consumed them all. 6 months of nothing. Yunchan buried himself in work, became colder, more brutal. His men whispered the boss was breaking. Adora worked 3 jobs, avoided the tea room, avoided memories. Then Mia ran into traffic chasing a ball. The car hit her going 30, broken leg, concussion, survivable. At the hospital, Adora sat in the ER, hands covered in her daughter's blood, and her pride shattered. She dialed. Yunchan. His voice was raw. Adora. Mia's hurt. I need you. Please. I'm coming. He arrived like an avenging angel, shut down the ER, demanded the best surgeon, paid everything before Adora could blink. When Mia was stable, sleeping, he tried to leave. Adora caught his arm. Don't go. You told me to stay away. I was wrong. Her voice broke. I was so wrong. You're not the danger, Unchan. Losing you is, the girls are miserable. I'm miserable. We need you. I could get you killed. You keep us alive, she interrupted. You make us feel safe, whole. Please come back. He cupped her face. I love you. I love them. I can't lose you again. Then don't leave. He kissed her like a man drowning. Maya and the still recovering Mia watched from the hospital bed, grinning. Told you Mom would fix it, Maya whispered. 1 year later, the grand obsidian tea room, same table, but everything was different. Yunchan sat with Adora on his left, wedding band on her finger now. Maya and Mia, officially adopted, wore matching lavender dresses. Dad, Maya said, can we get the chocolate cake this time? Dad said yes last week. Mia added quickly. Yunchan raised an eyebrow. I'm being manipulated. Efficiently, Adora laughed. The waiter approached, the same one from 5 years ago. His eyes widened in recognition. Sir, the family table. Yes, Yunchan said, the word tasting like resurrection. The family table. After tea, he stood. The twins looked confused. He knelt before Adora, pulled out a small box. 5 years ago, I sat here waiting to die. You three taught me to live. He opened it, a ring of sapphires and diamonds. Marry me, again, properly. Let me spend the rest of my life proving I'm worthy of this. They'd married quietly 6 months ago at a courthouse, but this was the real vow. Adora's tears fell. Yes, always yes. The twins erupted in cheers. The entire tea room applauded. As Enchan slipped, the ring on, Maya whispered, best strategy ever. Mia nodded. We're excellent matchmakers. Yunchan pulled them all close. The silence was gone. The table was full, and the Mafia king who'd been drowning finally learned to breathe. Love can resurrect the dead. Have you ever experienced a second chance that changed everything? Share your story below. And if this touched your heart, subscribe for more stories of hope, healing, and unexpected families.